Hi guys, Dylan Shoat with 3 Irons Horse and Cattle Company. We got Sky back in the round pen, and we're going to kind of do my final thoughts on this round pen and what to look for lastly before you start putting that first ride on one. Now that we kind of have Sky hooking on to us, yielding her hips, changing eyes if we ask her to without being bothered, just like that right there, and we can drive her around this round pen, the last thing I kind of look for is I want them to be able to go up through their gates calmly and back down calmly. I'm a big believer in that this round pen, exercises and the way they behave through it is kind of how your first ride is going to go. So I kind of try to make this as smooth as I can get it, and I use it to teach my voice commands, your clucks and things. So I'll go ahead here. She's walking around calmly. Just like with anything else I do, I don't move them up through a gate or downward until they're kind of moving calm and relaxed. So here I'll go ahead and cluck to her. Good. She knew what that meant. I want them to understand in these cues, but also if I had to, I'd use the energy in my body and I'd kind of move at her a little quicker if she didn't respond to them. So let's see how she does with this lope. I'm using that. If she didn't respond, I may go ahead and get a little more energy in my body. I didn't really ask her to come back down, so there. And that transition really wasn't smooth, so I may hang in here a little bit again and wait for a second for her to get the correct lead and make the transition smoothly. If I have to, I use my flag. That was a little better there. Then I'll slow my feet down, and they should kind of come on down, just like that right there. I wanted her to come down to the trot first. And then the walk. She's getting the idea here, but she's kind of doing it a little too soon. Then I'll come on down to a walk. Whoa. Now, I do say whoa sometimes. I think it helps them start coming down and back to me. There. Good. I'll go ahead and change directions here. I'm looking for the same things. And then when you start changing these directions, I see a lot of people that teach their horses to turn against the rail and want them to roll back over their hocks, which is a good thing to do. I think you should do it secondly. I like my horses to hook on and come to me first. And then if I wanted them to roll over their hocks and teach that in the round pen, I'd use this right here as an opportunity to push them and change eyes against the rail and roll them over their hocks. After they've kind of learned to hook on to me though. I believe you get a lot of connection with your horse from hooking on to you. It's more of a mental thing than a physical thing. So here I'll go ahead and push on this eye here and demonstrate how I would get one trying to roll over its hocks. Kind of like that right there. If I wanted to be a little bit more aggressive, I'd push them against the rail a little harder. And it kind of depends on the horse and what stage they're at. She can't handle a whole lot of energy right now without being too much. So you could work that up where they could handle that better and better, and you could really roll them over their hocks if you wanted to. So again, I'll start looking for a relaxed state here before I take her up. She's trotting around relaxed. Use my voice command. If she didn't respond, use my energy in my body, send her off there. I'm looking for a good transition. That one wasn't too bad, but let's go ahead and get another one. There, that one was a little bit better. I'm not asking her to slow down yet, but I'll ask her to slow down now. So I use this opportunity to kind of start perfecting how I think I want my ride to go on this horse. I want them to start knowing, come down off my energy level, go up and down through their gates, be relaxed, and kind of stay with me mentally here. She's kind of not quite with me. She wasn't facing up to me. She was just kind of staring off to the wall there, so you couldn't see it on camera, I don't think. But there she goes. She comes back to hook on to me. That's good. 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 So the last little details of this round pen for me is I want that horse to go up and down through its gaits, be relaxed, respond to my energy level, whether that's taking her up or down, and be calm about it all, because that's kind of how your first ride is going to go. If they go tearing around here every time you send them into a lope, well, you better bet or expect them to do the same thing when you start putting that first ride on them.